You may have seen that I've posted about having new podcasts coming under the Higher Ed Athletics brand in Division II and Division III, similar to the conversations I have with D1 athletic directors and deputies. But we're going to be focusing really on the pathway to the AD chair in D2 and D3. You also may have heard in recent interviews that I honestly think people need to look at more institutional fit and university alignment versus just, I want to be a D1 athletic director. But I wanted to kind of come on before those shows launch. I wanted to tell you about those new shows, but I also wanted to tell you about a Skidmore College athletic director job that I think a lot of people watching this would want to learn about Skidmore. And the more you do learn, I think the more you will pay attention and maybe even apply for this job. Now, I'm going to get into the Spelman Johnson, who's leading the search. I'm going to get into their profile of the position because you all know I study a lot of athletic director searches. I also look at a lot of the processes and postings that search firms put out. A lot of times you don't get a lot of information, especially in these D1 search firms. You can get a lot of information on your own through the D1 dossier, but sometimes don't you really want to know exactly what you're getting into before you apply? And what I love about Spelman Johnson position profiles, and I've said this long ago, they put out some of the best websites, and you are going to know right away if this is for you or not. And so I'm going to get into the Skidmore, and I want to kind of tell you about Skidmore. They've had stable leadership. So if you thinking about this position, their athletic director is retiring after 21 years of stable, steady leadership. They don't have football. They have 19 sports. They have 425 student athletes, 80 full-time and part-time staff. And I think it's a great opportunity for someone out there watching this. Get your name in the hat. And I think the more you're going to find about Skidmore. So I think there's two things here with this video that I'm looking to accomplish. Is I think there's people out there that could be the next athletic director of the thoroughbreds of Skidmore College. Okay. The other thing is I think search firms do not put good information out. And what I love is Spelman Johnson, how they put this website together. Every single search they do, I think you're also going to start seeing them pop up more in D1 searches. And I just would not be surprised. So you need to kind of get to know Kelly Brooks. I think you need to study their website, maybe get an application on there of a profile. But let's look at this position profile because it is going to tell you right away whether it's for you or not. Another interesting thing is if you click the link in this description, you can get directly to the application materials. They all need to be sent in by the end of April. They're going to start looking through these on May 1st. But you also see a link to President Mark Connor put out a video to the candidates, and you can watch more about that. It's too much for me to put here, but I'm going to take you through the Skidmore College, the Spelman Johnson profile, go through it, and then go to the link. And if it's for you, I'm not going to read word for word, but you should. And you can also click the PDF that's inside that posting if you want the exact job description you're used to looking for. But hey, if this is an opportunity for you, I hope that you take the chance and apply. So now let me pull up my screen to get the screen share as I walk you through this website. So here's what I love about this posting. You get, for one, this is an actual view of Skidmore College. Up here you get where it's located, the salary range, 170 to 180,000, your managing budget of 2.8 million. This position, similar to a lot of Division III schools, it reports to the VP of Student Affairs, but you'll come to realize that this president really enjoys college athletics and that you can be rest assured you will work closely with the president and really everyone in leadership at Skidmore. So you get the responsibilities of the position, which is, this is obviously with everyone. You get down with your primary. So you'll be able to see this, your qualifications and characteristics. This is what you get with the job posting. You can actually click this link here that says the full job description, what you're kind of used to seeing. I like this touch. They put a history of the position. This is where you realize that Gail Cummings Danson was appointed in June 2005, and that's who is retiring. You also get some pictures throughout the posting of Skidmore, and it gets you really to understand the Thoroughbreds athletic department. So you really get a taste for these opportunities and challenges of the role, which I appreciate. And then measures of success. How is the athletic director at Skidmore going to be measured? So you can kind of see all that here as well. There is a big part of this that is fundraising, advancement, enrollment, and obviously doing a good job creating a culture of hiring good coaches, evaluating those coaches in these programs. Some basketball pictures. Then you get into the overview of the athletic department and the mission statement, what they do. You get your list of sports right on the front page. Baseball, basketball, golf, ice hockey, lacrosse, rowing, soccer, swim and dive, tennis for men's. Women's, you have basketball, field hockey, lacrosse, rowing, soccer, softball, swim and dive, tennis and volleyball. They have riding. They are the thoroughbreds. And there is no football at Skidmore College. You get to learn more about the divisional leadership of Adrian Batista, the VP of Student Affairs and Dean of Students. Been there for 5 years. Then you get down to your institutional overview. See this beautiful picture of Upstate New York. It's really positioned on the east side of Upstate New York, Skidmore College. So down here you get the student body, total enrollment. A lot of things you're already looking for, a link to a demographic dashboard, and then you get some information on President Connor, who really started right whenever COVID was becoming a thing and led them through COVID and is still here. So I think it's just an incredible website, incredible design. If you are looking to do a posting, I really recommend Spelman Johnson. Kelly Brooks is awesome to work with. I get to talk to him every once in a while and keep up with and kind of bend his ear about executive search. You get to hear about benefits overview on here, and then it'll tell you the actual, what you usually get is how to apply for the information. Then you get some extra things. So I just love this whole package that they put together with their searches. And it's just something that I think many of you should be curious about finding more information. So I hope that tells you a little bit about Skidmore College, and maybe some of you will go and apply for this job. I've talked about it on the podcast. I think people need to be more open-minded to institutional fit, not necessarily what number comes after the D. And so this is another important factor here, is finding institutional fit for both the school and for the administrator. This is a great opportunity, in my opinion. I truly think there's leaders in D1 who thrive in high pressure, revenue driven environments, which is fine. But I think there's also incredible people in my higher ed athletics audience that are looking for something different, a place where they can build, lead, win, and live well. And look at this incredible job profile. See if Skidmore makes sense for what you are looking for, because for the right person, Skidmore and D3 isn't a step down from your D1 aspirations. It's a destination job in life. So once again, find that link to the posting in the description notes on whether you're watching here on video or audio, and that will connect you to Kelly Brooks. And get this in by the end of April, but really give Skidmore College a look if you are someone that would thrive in a liberal arts college and enjoy that area of the country. I think it could be the right opportunity for you.